About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. It's the home opener of this new season between the Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees. It's Yankees baseball, and it comes your way next.
Center fielder
Kevin Kiermaier is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning 1-0. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, Harold. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, Matt, it's been disappointing. I mean, here we are in the dog days of August, and this shows your colors right now. I mean, there's been a lot of bickering and complaining, but because they've been playing poorly, and it's hot, and they're all irritable. It's not a fun club to be around.
Slow bouncer to the right side, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Standing in, Cal Ripken, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. Coming to the plate now, Corey Dickerson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
Strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Eaton is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
leading off for the Yankees, center fielder Charlie Blackmon.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Harold, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come out of the gate slowly. Just one of their first 4 have been wins. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Batting second.
In now is Adam Eaton.
Adam Eaton.
On the ground to the right side. Rizzo is there. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Heading out toward shallow right. Peralta is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Stepping up now, Josh Donaldson. He'll start it out against Michael Fulmer to begin the inning.
Josh Donaldson.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Avila has a play, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. In now, Anthony Rizzo. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Hard hit to first. And he is out on the tag. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Pitch on the way. Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
He is throwing the ball well. He's rewriting the last name on the back of those jerseys. UGLY. Those swings are ugly.
Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is. At the plate, Orlando Cepeda. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
First baseman, Orlando Cepeda.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. Here's Corey Seager, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. To short. To his right, Ripken. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. So stepping in, number 45. And he's ready to take his first cuts. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Stepping into the box, Curtis Granderson. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Hit sharply on the ground. Scope is there. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Jonathan
into the windup and the pitch. Little chopper back his way. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. At the plate, David Peralta, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He pulls this one into right, and the White Sox have their first hit of the game. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. In there, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
I love the pitch sequence. He shows him a pitch in the zone, then he throws him a slider out of the zone. He's owning him right now. That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate. He just fouled it off.
Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a fastball flew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Josh Harrison stands in. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Second baseman.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. Pitch on its way to Avila. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Sitting 3-0 right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him turn him loose and give him the green light.
Kiermaier over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Digging in to try it again. Charlie Blackmon, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Adam
Ready
Eaton.
for another chance? Adam Eaton. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Here's the 0-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. For Blackmon, his first bag of the year here in the early going. This is pulled into right, and the stolen base winds up as a moot point. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cal Ripken comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Riding in once again, Corey Dickerson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
That's the advantage of having a good 2-hitter hitting second in your lineup. He knows he's going to get something to hit because they're going to pitch to him. And now here comes the heart of the order. They've got a great opportunity to get on the board here.
And this is going to be a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Here we are in the middle of the game, and he's 90% on the first pitch strike, throwing strikes. 90%. Forget about it. You do that, you got no chance of hitting this guy. Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up, so I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away. Digging in, Chris Davis looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch. We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
Sent on the ground out to second. 1 run is scored. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
Jonathan Scope
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Jonathan Scope is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. He'll come to the plate with it, and the recovery will be in time to get him at the plate. And that's going to hurt because now there are 2 away. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Third baseman, number 29.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double. Now batting, Orlando Cepeda, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. And the runner not tagging will retreat to second base. Here's Corey Seager. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And they start him with one high and away for ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Here it is on 3-0. Hard ground ball to third. Donaldson's there, and he thought about going to second, but he'll go to first instead. In time to first, and there are two away.
Now batting, number
Hellickson
45.
pauses. Here's the first pitch. Number 45 is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Beltre is on his way home. In to score the runner from second, and he will pull into second with an RBI double. Ready now, Curtis Granderson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a cold strike too. 0-2, here it comes. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, when you're behind 0-2 as a hitter, you're in swing mode. Nothing changes that like seeing something hard bearing in on you, though.
Here he comes again, 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kiermaier's got a read on it. And that's the third out. So digging in now, David Peralta. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Right fielder, number 6. David Peralta.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Eaton is under it. One down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. He's set and the pitch. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Grounded up the first baseline. And he is in there. Ready once again, Cal Ripken. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Digging in, Josh Harrison. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Swing and a liner. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. So coming to the plate, Alex Avila. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Pitch on its way to Avila. On a rope to the second baseman. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the one out.
19,
Digging in and looking for more, Charlie Blackmon. A hit in 2 tries so far. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. 1 run, 4 hits. And 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And that misses 2-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. In now is Adam Eaton. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Digging in once again, Adrian Beltre. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Hey now. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And not in time as the run scores. So striding forward now, Orlando Cepeda. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And he will get there to make the running play, and that. Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Number 10, Corey Dickerson.
Drilled to the right side. And the throw gets him at first base as he threw that one from his fanny, but he gets him anyway for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Josh Donaldson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And not what they were hoping for, as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. Here's Chris Davis now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Blackmon is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Digging in once again, Corey Seager. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. first pitch of the at-bat. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kiermaier giving chase. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Number 45. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Drilled to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. It is Curtis Granderson. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Granderson.
And that misses ball one. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Hellickson gets the sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another 2-2 offering. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had it. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Second baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Scope.
Line towards center field. Blackman patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Ready once again. David Peralta. A hit in 2 tries so far. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Way out in front.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Avila has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Josh Harrison stands in. He comes in 0-for-2 thus far.
Second baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Harrison.
Fouled off into the seats behind first. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here comes the first pitch.
Alex Avila.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Pitch on its way to Avila. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Hey, one of the things every pitcher wants to do is make sure that those hitters aren't very comfortable up there. See how he runs this hard one in right here? That's a pitch you just want to try to get a hitter to move his feet a little bit.
Throw gets him. 2 down. Here's Charlie Blackman now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that striding in once again, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Kiermaier.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Eaton is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready for another shot now. Cal Ripken. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, he tried to put him away on 2 pitches low in the zone, and he just wasn't biting. Nice job of hitting.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Another try at 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Ready for another chance? Corey Dickerson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. The windup and the 0-1. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is. Striding in, Adam Eaton. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th. Joe Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Chopped weakly up the first base line. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
In time, and he is nailed at second. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to first will be in time to retire Beltre, and there's out number 2.
The batter.
Now to the plate, Orlando Cepeda. He flew out in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something.
Oh, and he snags it out of midair, and that ends the inning. Stepping up to the plate. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Swinging a liner back through the box. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
First baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Eaton racing back. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Chris Davis now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And this one gets away. And not what they were hoping for. That moves the possible tying run into scoring position. Brad Hand answers the call from the dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one. Rendell Grichuk will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Hit to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first, and the White Sox are down to their final out now. And he will be called out at third. third, and a tough way to end it here as this ball game is over.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 2 runs, 7 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For the White Sox, 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.